for humans. Gotta get the logs out somehow. Hiking with a Canadian pair. Smash that like button. Woo!
Like and subscribe.
Good morning, day 23. Wow, that's sort of being solved or thought about. Day 22, I did a 40k. The reason for that is that I got to probably the point that we were going to stay at about 3 o'clock and decided that I would actually bonjour. Decided that I would continue till 5:30, which got me to a campsite, which was really good. Lots of facilities, obviously. So that helped. So I had a good night's sleep. Today, 12 kilometers away from the connection point for the Swiss variant and the French variant. So that's interesting. But what it's also crystallized is I have to be in Thonon-les-Bains by Saturday because the outdoor store is closed on Sundays. So today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Simple divided by 3. It's about 28k each day. So that's the minimum I have to do in order to allow me to get to the ferry, to get to the outdoor store, to get to my shoes. So, not 100% certain what's happening today, but I need to do at least 28k. So let's see where the day takes us. The official guide goes the other side of that tree line, but this is just taking us straight across the middle of a field. Just set off. And this is where our paths meet again. Ski cannons for the blue and green. We've been taking up the snowshoe run, and the cyclists go around that burn, around the one there and down. It's not surprising that a lot of the peaks are actually ski resorts. And there's some good things, the breeze, but then there are some tough things because you know exactly what you got next. And when they're almost at the top, you get these two guys. Some of the bike infrastructure going down there, and yeah, right up here there are loads of cows. As your local runners just run up and run down. You can see, well, this is a classic shot to take. Looking out over that. We drop down to this lake. It's clearly man-made. Yeah, sometimes the app says, oh, there's an eating place, just check the opening times. And you think, it's in the middle of nowhere. And then you realise it's in the ski resort. You can't get much higher. There are the cliffs. And then, all the cows this high. Yeah, I'm filming you. $1,400 meters. The first hikers I've seen. Do all this hard work to get up here, get over the hill, And then you find there's a car park. Too busy. The absolute top. I'm keeping away from the edge because it's a sheer drop. Whew. This ridge is just a smidge under 1,500 meters. And you can see there, that's the edge. I think I'm hugging the fence. Not great on the heights. No, it's a field, doesn't have cows in it. We've got a fence. But look at the view. On a clear day, you can see the Matterhorn and things like that. But not today. Just right by you all. Right at my turnstile to get through. The first really cultured path I've come across. I'm just zigzagging down slowly, but there are wood chips and yeah. Bit of a mixture here, cows and donkeys, but they're basically going down my path. They all came round for a solid feed, dropping down to the split point for the Swiss variant. It's a warm day, it's just after 9. I just looked at the app. It said elevation up 0, elevation down 245. So 245 meters down on this road. And here it is, the break point. So if you want to go through Switzerland, you go that way. If you want to go through France, you go that way. No great fanfare, no real signs. When the bridge is out of operation, you just find a spot and do it yourself. Very brief visit into this town. I didn't need any supplies. Just had a drink in order to get onto Wi-Fi, in order to upgrade stuff, because I'm in Switzerland. So transfer a little bit of money on the money card and pay a small amount for 3 days of Switzerland access. They're redoing the bridge. There didn't seem to be any way of getting over it from my end, so I just walked across the water. No, you don't walk across the water. I walked in the water. A little duck. Not sure whether it's diving for something or whether it's just cleaning itself. Just going down this river valley for a bit before we go up. Gentle walk with the river on my right, burbling away, and one of those paths where they've put down loads and loads of stones. They haven't all bedded in. If you were in any doubt, the stairs are for humans. Beehives. Do the red, green, yellow signify anything? We're in Switzerland, and I think I now follow these, but I'll find out. It's not looking good for the water source if these are stepping stones when there is water. A series of hikers going the opposite way to me, but I know I'm on the right path. You come up all this way, there's a railway disappearing into a tunnel. You know they're in there, you just don't know where. And out of nowhere, a runner appears. Just you noisy guys. The They seem to like turnstiles in Switzerland, and the signage is as little as a yellow sign. That's an app. Yellow sign. Different path. Yellow sign. Without an app, how would you know? Swiss ain't good at this. Absolutely loads of hives. And billions of busy bees. It all looks beautiful, and it is beautiful. But the last two water sources have been dry, and I've only got 4 for the whole day. So there's a flip side to all the beauty. As good as dry. So the next 2 water sources were dry. So that's all 4 water sources today were dry. I got 8 kilometers to a restaurant which says it's open today. So, and I've got less than a litre. So it's going to be a tough day. If you didn't have the app, you wouldn't be able to find your way. This is a snowshoe route. And I've not particularly cared for, which is reasonable. So, yeah. The signs have at least increased a little bit, because I think this is a path that a lot of people do. Having a short recovery break at Le Mazo. Very nice, thank you gentlemen and ladies. Come through that gap, bit of a wriggle, got onto these farm roads, but it's still hot. Wow, not particularly quiet roads, but got to get the logs out somehow. This is just your average Swiss herd of cows. You're on the wrong side, dear. Go on. Go on. Hiking with a Canadian pair and this French gentleman. Just hiking the last 1.5 kilometers before a restaurant we hope is open, because that's our last chance for water. Right at the top, the tallest mountain in the Jura in Switzerland, is a dry stone wall. The restaurant at the top of the mountain that we hope is open and serving. There is a car here, so hopefully that's the employee. (1,678 meters), the tallest place in the Jura, Swiss Jura. And then we just look out. Lake Geneva. It's a bit overcast at the moment. There is the absolute top. And here we are, Lucie, myself, and the 2 Canadians, looking out over Lake Geneva.
Smash that like button.
Woo! Like and subscribe.